Okay, so here are the rules. Time limit is about 30 seconds for each one, so I don't ramble too much. I'll put this on screen if it was a series I watched way back when and haven't revisited, so I don't have much memory of it. I'll put this on screen if it's one of my personal favorites. Ready, go! Cute show makes me go, aww. Bun girl right here is best girl. Also, did you know this guy is Bakugo's voice? This calm, chill, really relaxed guy? That's Bakugo's voice.
とても甘そうだね、つみき。
Really entertaining watch, but also teaches lessons about adulthood through the lens of this anxious, angry mess of a girl just trying her best. Season 2 was really fun as well, and that Gori vs. Washimi face-off was such a bop. Amusement park maintenance stuff happens, but the only episode I clearly remember is the one where the elemental mascots do random challenges for no reason. These 3 scenes make me do the sad cry. Yeah, oddly enough, it isn't the scene everyone expects, it's these 3 scenes. A bunch of oddly misfortunate girls get put in a class together. That's it. One of them has a crush on a construction sign mascot, ain't that weird? Goodness me, what a tragedy! Popo right here is best boy, hands down. When he cries, I cry. Holy shit. Shout out to anyone who remembers that word association game preview, am I right? But the openings are so good, especially Question, don't even get me started. Also, the conflict of whether to kill Koro-sensei or not was pretty neat, though I wish the 2 snipers got more screen time in general. Speaking of snipers, here's an anime about extreme paintball. At least I think it's paintball. It's kind of funny when they act like the games are life or death, but this dude is genuinely messed up. Pretty neat anime about 5 girls learning about the birds and the bees in their own ways. The art is really nice to look at too. A bunch of confusing stuff happens, and it's non-linear? I don't remember much, but Isaac and Miria are such a good duo, and I love them. The division between classes based on test rankings is a fun idea that Baka Test plays around with. But a lot of it is anime hijinks trademark. Highlights include moments with Yuji and the entire episode of Minami's backstory. That episode is really good and has a cute little language barrier as a mini-plot.
What a shit man you are!
Very fun, light-hearted watch about a sheltered, somewhat closed-minded calligrapher living in the country. He takes away lessons from staying with these new people with different mindsets. Such lessons include, just start, and then the task won't be as daunting. Sometimes not everything goes as planned. Don't overlook the little joys that come your way. Also, that opening is a very good song. All I remember clearly is that episode of The Lost Little Girl. That episode's a pretty good standalone one though, honestly. I'd recommend watching it if you want a little mystery. What if instead of magical girls, it was like magical boys? Ah, got him! Also, the mascot is the worst mascot I've ever laid eyes on.
Disgusting!
Once upon a Christmas, a relative gifted us with the Bleach DVD set. It was a filler arc with the bug parasite things. Still have fun memories of watching it on the TV though. My opinions on this are as generic as they get. Neat premise, predictable villain, weird ending, and the kids don't act like actual kids. Repeat after me now. Hatsume Mei is best girl! Hatsume Mei is best girl! Just look at her, she's so passionate about what she does and it's so endearing, she's best girl! Also best boy is Aoyama. Any scene with him in distress had me crying. I cannot stop the twinkling. Hey, you want an anime where they kill off Winnie the Pooh? What the fuck? I watched this when I was about 13 and all the overt sexuality went over my head. Now I watch it and Sumomo's really cute, and the storybook parts are nice, and the little backstory of the guy watching his lover's memories slip away hurt. But aside from that, I don't have much to say. It's pretty much just wish fulfillment for the self-insert protag. Like, ooh, sexy robot doesn't know a thing and she has hard eyes for you and it's free of cost. Broke ass can afford a robot, yay. Man, the music in this movie was so much louder than anything else. God help you when a fucking montage started and it was like Angel Kid is really, really endearing, but instead we spend the movie focusing on this asshole. He's sad and angry at first, but then he becomes happy, but I don't care. He was so unengaging and callous at first that I spent the rest of the film with no interest. I would much rather have a movie about Angel Kid, please and thank you. Those literature girl and RPG skits are legendary. The one character I liked got killed. Figures. Good show with one of those setups that plays around with how the same routine works. 2 dead souls are challenged to a deathly game without being aware that they're dead. It was very entertaining seeing the clash of morals from the people working the system and from those going through it. Nono looks really nice, the opening slaps, and the finale is very emotional. As the seasons of Durarara went on and I finally finished it, I looked back and realized that there are so many characters, and yet everything feels important and nothing feels like filler. The scenes where chaos erupts and many characters end up getting involved are so pleasing to watch, like, oh my god. Serotonin anime? Yes please! Watching this makes me so happy. Just look at it! Just look at it! Just look at it! Its premise is dark, but none of the gore scared me. It was all cartoonish with the exploding heads and such. I wasn't invested in any of the characters either, so there's not much to note here. Bow down and respect the first manga I read and the first anime I watched. So many scenes make me cry, or give me the warm fuzzies. Or make me cry and give me the warm fuzzies. Internal screaming and stressing out can be real entertaining when done well. Could it be that I find it entertaining because I heavily relate to doing that? That's a trade secret. Who's Megune? Very wholesome anime about a school's daycare. The tragedy that brought the main character to this situation is pretty sad. So sad. There's crying in about every episode. I gotcha! The crying is mostly done by the babies in the daycare, you silly! But a few scenes really do hurt though.
私らは何もこの世に一人ぽっちにされちまったわけでもないんだ。おばあさん。
10 out of 10, best anime of all time. It's kind of funny that I've come to relate to Nozaki more and more as the years went on. That only made things better though, cause right from the first watch I enjoyed it so much. It plays around with shoujo tropes, but is also a love letter to the genre. All the characters are really funny, it made me laugh a lot, I love it. The only good scene in the show is the hilarious voice acting when the main character pretends to be a baby, even though the scene wants you to take it seriously, which makes it even more funny. Kohina did the looking like a little chibi while being a normal-sized person, causing confusion if you think about it too much thing first. Step aside, Umaru. Hip hip hooray! I was lured in by the cutesy art style and watched this burning trash pile, hoping there'd be at least something good that happened in the end. Nothing good happened in the end. Well, at least I was able to identify 3 notable people who worked on the opening on my first viewing. That's worth bragging about, right? The cells do the work, and I blank out whenever the educational explanations start. I guess that kind of ruins the whole point of watching it, huh? 13-year-old me really just watched anything that was anime, huh? I thought, well, the art and the opening are cute, and then just watched as all the inappropriate jokes went over my head. Memories I wish to erase. Except for Mawara Chiki Rondo. You can stay. Pretty show that make me go, wow, pretty, it's so pretty, I'm in love, so pretty! I like the conflict between who should get solos and if they should aim high or low, but pretty show is so pretty, I can't stop staring. Spooky, spooky, spook show, fingernail scene scares me, something, something yokai watch mad, very funny. Thought it was alright, and then saw a review about it, thought some more, and thought, yeah, pretty bland. Very down-to-earth and grounded anime about a trans girl trying to find out how to express that. This anime hurts sometimes, but there's hope in the form of a helping hand or a shoulder to cry on. Just knowing that someone out there understands what you've gone through can help so much, and so watching this anime can be therapeutic in that sense. Having unique character endings pretty much every episode is the coolest shit I've seen. There's this hilarious ending where Mamoru Miyano serenades you with the guy in the background screaming about how this is supposed to be a duet. There's this absolute banger of an ending where Tomokazu Sugita assigns everyone as top or bottoms in a chaotic frenzy. What I think about the actual show itself? Saw 2 episodes and then binged the manga, and now I have a problem. A tad rushed, but a pretty good adaptation. Whoever cast Daiki Kobayashi as Mitsuba has all of my love. I've been wanting to hear him voice someone ever since Nanbaka happened.
それとも何かな、由緒正しき払いやクソダサ交通ピアス様は一度した約束を簡単に破棄しちゃう嘘つきクソダサ変態交通ピアス。
When this aired, I saw the premise that this family has a lot of siblings and I got my hopes up. They don't act like siblings, they act like colleagues, and it all feels so stiff. And the show leans way too much onto one joke that just doesn't make sense. Flying girl fly, but then oh no, panties, just wear some pants! Also, this one girl can create things out of thin air, but somehow it requires money? And this one time she makes something even when out of money, and it works, but then it disintegrates afterwards? Hello? Hello? Opening, very good. Art style, nice. Vocaloid, cool. There's the red. And there's the blue, and there's the green, and there's the gold? Silver? I don't know, there's like 7 of them, and they each have kings, and they fight each other and stuff. The opening and the ending for the 2nd season are all I can think about. Very, very fun watch of these 2 genius dummies playing mind games of love. Kaguya, best girl. This is just one of those shows you watch as a preteen, and that's it. A chaotic mess that almost had me crying over attending. More people need to watch this. Kobayashi beats up Kyubey ASMR, Irrelevant Girl, Best Girl. This movie hit at an oddly specific time in my life where a question just wouldn't get off my mind. If 2 people kept body swapping for some unexplained reason, would they make rules for each other? And so I'm more biased towards the beginning of the film before things got weird. My favorite part was a montage. Cute girls doing cute things. Karen, best girl, don't at me. Takia and Fafnir are so very wholesome, and the scene where Takia lets him live together with him is fun to rewatch. Also, Kobayashi is pretty neat. I'm pretty happy lots of people love this movie. It has so many well-written characters. Yuzudu especially really resonated with me. This scene here is pretty tough to watch. Let's move on. There were zombies and magical girls and stuff. Nothing of note, really. I gotta hand it to him. Having the intro to this series be so dark and heavy only for the rest of it to be pretty normal stuff is unique, to say the least. Imagine realizing the 2nd season was completely anime only. You can't do that to me, man. The triplets are like the best thing ever. Mirai and Aki are pretty much made for each other, and seeing them suffer so much hurts a lot. The movie made them suffer even more, and it's all cause of fucking Juicebox Man. Fuck you, Juicebox Man! Nico ni, am I right? Relaxing show. Pretty neat. Good vibes. Until the Lucky Channel starts, that is. Hey, shoutouts to anyone that remembers Kyoko, best girl. She's torn between selflessness and selflessness, and pretends to be selfish when actually being selfless, because when she was selfless, bad things happened. But seeing Sayaka's selflessness makes her act even more selfish, and she has to do— 13-year-old me really just watched anything that was anime, huh? I thought, well, the art and the opening are neat, and then just watched as the inappropriate jokes went over my head. Weird stuff happens. There's a Chuni pirate guy, there's a bunch of crazy people, and this one guy gets chased by a silicone monster? Okay. This whole show would be so much better without Benio. It's so cute seeing these 2 together, and Mishiro's facade of superiority and interactions with their brother are endearing. But Benio just never shuts up! No thoughts, head empty. I think the 2nd opening is a little underrated. Hearing Yuri Horie autotuned is pretty much all I'm here for.
私、ネンドロイドになりたい。
Mob is such a good kid and goes through a lot of shit, but seeing him mature makes me want to cry. Look at him! Look at my baby! Silly, funny antics, occasionally stopped by some dark, messed up shit. Wait, isn't this a comedy anime?
Oh, Japanese ninja かっこいいですね!
Shikamaru? Very good. Yes, yes. Very fun watching these characters freak out over daily things. All 3 of the main trio are relatable and fun. Yuko and Mai's interactions remind me of myself and a close friend, and that makes me pretty happy. Everything's decided with games, and I wanted Tet to have more screen time. I can't tell you anything besides the fact that I like that dog keeper character. That Yukina episode hurt, I love the openings and endings, and the entire anime was a pretty neat watch overall. He do the punch. Genos endearing. Didn't watch season 2. Now here's one of the best romance anime I've ever seen. Fight me on it. Oremonogatari said, fuck that will they won't they shit. Here's a cute and wholesome relationship. It focuses on a bunch of details about these 2 dating, but also has some pretty good Arrow Ace representation in the form of Suna, who flat out doesn't desire romance but isn't any unhappier for it. It's just how it be. And he supports others and is supported all the same. This anime gives me the warm, fuzzy feelies. More people should watch it. 13-year-old me really just watched anything that was anime, huh? I thought, well, the art and the opening are cute, and then just watched as all the inappropriate jokes went over my head. Fun fact, did you know the original mangaka for this did a Kagepro anthology comic? Well, now you do. It's all fun and games until you look back and notice you've watched so many episodes. Like, there's this many? Huh? Anyway, Jushimatsu best boy. Can we talk about Kaoru more? The self-awareness he has is pretty neat, and seeing him pull some strings from the shadows is also neat. Can we talk about Kaoru more? Vampires. 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 I can't tell you a thing besides the fact that the opening was stuck in my head more than it deserved to be. No thoughts. Head empty. Sorry, I was too busy thinking about Hellshake Yano. Cat. But like, circle. This anime is cute. Whenever I see it, I remember watching it during Anime Club and the relaxing aura everything had when it was playing. Well, this isn't wholesome. Spooky murder mysteries galore. The art and presentation was interesting at times. I don't remember liking how it ended much. I also don't like how they treated this guy as a joke, even though his backstory was pretty upsetting. Aesthetic. The show. Old-timey jazz. Lots of jazz. You like jazz? My favorite scene is this one right here. Very cute, very wholesome, good vibes all around. Look at all that sakuga. Very weird, but it goes all out in a fun, artsy kind of weirdness. Lots of Japanese mythology, puns, symbolism, music, and fun all together. Watched this with my sister and it was hilarious. Maybe it was just because of the bad adaptation, but I couldn't feel attached to anyone and had a blast with things like calling this lady Licky Whippy, or watching this guy die only to come back 5 times, or watching this dumbass just lean back against their car door instead of moving away. Me too. Long winding conversations about all these specific topics are very entertaining to see played out in an anime. It's like a group shower thought session, and it has a lot of unique flair to it, so it stays in my memory. Oh, also, let's talk about this skit. Maria gets so fixated on tsukomis, and then there's a blotch on her that seems like an animation mistake that you'd call out like a tsukomi. But at the end, she calls you out for calling out the blotch, saying it was meant to be there. She tsukomied beyond dimensions. It's such a perfect joke. Good guru mawaru, good guru mawaru, good guru mawaru, good guru mawaru. Something I don't care. I don't think I'd watch this full thing. Cute, wholesome anime about a girl who doesn't talk and instead writes in haikus, in love with a delinquent who's actually just a sweet guy. Wholesome anime gives me the fluffy feelies. Also, Rikyaku's here. You ever heard of that one anime where famous bust sculptures of well-known creators become idols? No? Well, watch it. The episodes are bite-sized, and watching deadpan sculptures emote so much is pretty fun. Pretty art and animation. Tragedy happens. But the resolution of what happens with Kosei's mother didn't sit right with me, and after watching this video it makes sense, and this anime comes off as a bit clumsy in how it presents those kind of topics. But it still has beautiful aspects to it apart from those topics, and Kaori's pretty neat. I got nothing. I got nothing. Squid girl with squid hair says a squid word a squidding lot even when it doesn't squidding make sense. A very good watch that I first watched whenever I had a stressful day. Somehow the atmosphere of it all just sucked me in completely and it was so soothing to watch. The rain song is pretty much the epitome of what my viewing experience was like. Relaxing, cute girl voices, rain. One of my first anime. Just looking at it makes me feel like I'm being transported back in time. I've always wanted to cosplay Amulet Spade. Literally no one talks about this. It was so relaxing to watch, and go as far as to say it has an Iyashike feel. A bustling town with an energetic girl causing chaos within it, focusing on random little happenings from her point of view. That last episode is a real emotional whiplash though, watch out. My only complaint would probably be the spider stuff. Some of those scenes were boring to sit through. But besides that, I like pretty much the whole thing. I have fond memories of watching the DVDs with my sisters. Some scenes made us laugh so much, and this one episode is the one we always revisit. High stress time travel. Gotta save one waifu, gotta save 2 waifus, gotta save them all. Opening is so good. The show itself? I'd give an F for forgettable. The show was alright. The movie was pretty cool. The spin-off was cute. I don't even know why Sakura's in love with Tanaka. I mean, it's pretty obvious that Tanaka and Ota are a thing. Miyako and Echan are a thing too. Good anime. I've only seen the 765 Idolmaster anime, but it's pretty nice. I like the fluid animation, Makoto's really cute, I especially like Ritsuko's episode and the one with the wedding ring. Miki's too overrated, and Yayoi's episode is pretty nice too. Hey, shout out to anyone who remembers the Tokake Route A workout. Nice movie about 3 homeless people trying to return a lost baby to its mother. They go through lots of shit to do this, but it tests their characters and puts them in a lot of situations. Also, this scene right here has such amazing sakuga, don't even get me started. The dynamic between these two is really endearing. They both are much more socially inept than you might think, and the blunt way they ask each other about their feelings or what they should do next is pretty neat. Oh, what I'd give to sit next to someone like Seki-kun. I like this scene, and I like this scene. Good scenes. Okay, stop me if you've heard this one before. A redhead with anxiety meets an alien being chased down by a duck organization and has to save the world through the art of fishing. I'm not even kidding. It's a little tanuki baby. It's a little tanuki baby. It's a little tanuki baby. Aww. Painful watch, but the couple explanation point videos I watched on it made things at least a little better in hindsight. Not gonna revisit anything besides the opening and the special ending with Miss Miku herself. Yamada is the best part of the show, and that completely explains why I don't want to watch the sequel. There's no Yamada in the sequel. There's Yamada here. Yamada. I was kinda surprised that the kids went in a different direction than I expected them to in the end. Wait, is that a spoiler? I'm sorry, okay? I'm just not really invested. I don't know why. Stop booing me! Magic powers activated via smooching. Oh me, oh my. The most I can clearly remember is the glasses girl that's really loud on the inside, and the one episode that got super confusing and complex. Would you believe me if I said I didn't even remember my favorite character existed? The bare minimum I do when taking in a series is pick a favorite character, but I just forgot they existed. Entirely! I can't tell you what happens besides tiny basic details like there's magical girls, it's tragic, one of them loses an eye. I forget a lot about watching this except that the ending was sad, but the subject matter here is, let's just move on. 10 out of 10 experience. Characters are cute and unique, music fucking slaps, Mamoru Miyano is my weakness, and the whole anime played with my emotions like a damn fiddle. My sister and I were yelling when Junko started singing, crying through the end of episode 8, losing our minds over Saki's episode, and don't even get me started on the rap battle scene. That scene is perfect in every single way. We even got a Yugiri song afterwards, and now I'm just sitting here waiting for season 2. Please!
And now we talk about manga.
It's a bit weird that I put this in the manga category since it's also a series of Vocaloid songs, but the manga gave me such a different feel than the songs did. The songs were chaotic yet energetic, but the manga was more hopeful and focused on the characters outside the actual play. Just something about the setup doesn't really make you doubt that things will turn out okay. None of the songs ended well, but the manga goes down a different route and goes for a good end. The scene at the fire was pretty cool though. The way they draw Komi is cute. The art in general is cute. Protect Komi from all harm. The simple, somewhat messy art, the autobiographical setup, the feeling that this is all just vent art in some manga form, and the pull between joking about problems and dwelling on them is pretty charming overall. A mostly comedic and wacky depiction of the Vocaloids. This manga is a super chunky one, but the stories themselves are pretty brief. Some are funny, some exist. There's a lot of colored illustrations. Such a beautiful read about a little volunteer group where the members are LGBTQ+. It focuses on each of their stories and has really strong moments, some that may or may not have made me cry a bit. It delves into issues such as allies who have a hidden sense of superiority, how difficult it can be to say the right thing sometimes, and self-acceptance. The art is breathtaking, and I find myself just staring at some of the pages for so long.
And now we talk about games and other media.
Watched Fresh Plays play this, and it was pretty fun.
What's this L-shaped bullshit I ain't never pictured? That pig. You just wait and see.
What was that?
That was the first time that ever happened in this game.
Weird.
I like how the sprites are animated, and the memes about how the characters info dump unprompted make me laugh all the time. Also, Snake is best boy, just look at him! The puzzle with the light frustrated me. I got stuck at this part too many times. And the chase scene at the end is kind of funny because you can just skip through the puzzle by failing it and then being put at the beginning of it, and then... yeah? I watched Let's Plays for all the games besides V3, and then when V3 came around I got spoiled via YouTube thumbnails. Isn't that funny? But playing the games with my siblings was pretty fun.
Not this key, huh?
Doki Doki, Natsuki best girl, don't at me. This song is pretty much the only thing I'll watch relating to the game nowadays. So many songs, oh god, oh fuck, there's so many! There's a super big and winding narrative that I can't seem to dedicate myself to diving completely into every bit of it, so I just re-listen to the songs I like Moonlit Bear. Especially Moonlit Bear. One day I was bored and played this silly bird game that my sister jokingly got on her PSP. After doing the funny joke route, I went for more and things got really messed up. Yeah, you thought Doki Doki was the first silly-looking visual novel to actually turn out to be really messed up? Well, think again, bub! Hatoful plays with your heartstrings when you get invested. Now I'm attached to these birds after playing the first game and watching a Let's Play on Holiday Star, and I might just make a video on Holiday Star later, so The #1 series I love. The #1! I've been into Kagepro ever since Chapter 18 hit. I saw some songs and then realized that one of them had the same characters as another and went, hey, these songs are linked! And once I got that sparkle in my eye, I read the manga and did my best to understand it all. I now present you with these ancient pictures of things I made for Kagepro when I was just a little baby weeb. A friend of mine recommended I play this game, and another friend of mine had already played it and guided me through it. I had fun engaging with this in my trademark loud and confused kind of way. I played most of it around August, and played what's out of Chapter 3 when it came out. Also, fun fact, I loved Ranger since the literal second he appeared on screen. I exclaimed, "Who's this? I love them!" And it was all downhill from there. You bastards. Out of the other series in this category, I don't really see Mikagura as a story. I just pick the songs I like and watch them and forget the anime ever happened. Spooky story of myths and legends that each of the 4 club members bring upon themselves by messing with the one thing they were told not to. It's really interesting that the myths suit each character in a sense, and how they link each of the pairs together in the worst possible way. Nothing but fun memories of playing this with my sisters. We each picked a lot of voices and had fun acting them out and making a bunch of little in-jokes between ourselves. Is it done? Is the video over? It's been so long. How long is this video gonna end up being? Oh my god.